students arrive. The second recognition is just a quick shout out. Yes. The next is to recognize our teachers. Walked into every single school the first 2 days and really just have to take my hat off to our elementary school teachers for how quickly they prepared their classrooms. And in some cases, it really looked like they had weeks and weeks to set up their classrooms when they really did it. So I just want to publicly thank them. And then also to our administrators. I want to thank them for rolling with some of the glitches that we had the first day. Every single principal that I was able to talk to gave us some really good feedback. Felt the opening of school was smooth, and that's the way it should be, obviously. But naturally, there's some things that do come up, and our administrators were able to resolve some of the issues that we had. So just join me in publicly thanking them. The second is an all-state music performance recognition. So if I can have Brown. Brown, should I call them or you can call them?
Well, they're going to perform first.
All right, let's hear it.
Dr. Vivian, Board of Ed members, cabinet members and parents, as well as student community members. My name is Teresa Brown, and it's my pleasure to serve as Director of Fine and Performing Arts for the Newburgh City School District. Tonight is also my honor to introduce to you our representatives who have been selected to go to the New York School Music Association All-State Honors Ensembles. Supriya Makam, Laura Worcester, and Matt Nummy auditioned in June by preparing a level 6 solo and sight reading. Our jazz vocalists also were required to scat sing, which is improvisation. These students have only 2 years of eligibility and will join 23 other students from the 19 districts in Orange County as they travel to Rochester on December 1st through the 4th. They will rehearse and perform in the all-state ensembles. Laura Worcester is a 12th grader who represented our district last year as well. She has been accepted into the local jazz ensemble. She attended Gardnertown South and is currently at NFA Maine. Supriya is an 11th grade student who has been accepted into the women's chorus. Supriya has also been recommended for all Eastern chorus. We'll find out about that in November. She plays on the varsity tennis team and attended Horizons and currently attends NFA Maine. Matt Nummy is a 12th grader. He has been accepted as an alternate in the local jazz ensemble. He is on the boys varsity cross country team and attended Fostertown South Middle School and is currently at NFA Maine. It is my honor to introduce these students to you as they demonstrate their skills tonight. I would also like to recognize Ms. McCartney for accompanying Supriya, Ms. Cassie for recommending the students for All-State, the parents for their continued support, and all of the music educators who contributed to the comprehensive instruction that has brought those students to this experience. We're going to first start with Matt Nummy.
Dream and light get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get a kick from cocaine. I'm sure that if I had even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a play, flying too high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get a kick from cocaine. I'm sure that if I had even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a play, flying too high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you.
And our final performer is Miss Makeup, and she is accompanied by Miss Karen McCartney, one of our music educators from GAMS. Laura Mercer and Matt Nummy as our representatives to the New York State School Music Association's All State Honors Ensemble, as well as their teacher, Ms. Jillian Cassie. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much.
And make it look so easy. It sounds so beautiful. Thank you for representing yourselves so well, your families, and our school district. The next item I have is a very quick workshop on shared decision making, and I'll have our Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Ford, to assist with this.
Thanks, Scott. The district? The school district is required to participate in Part 111 of the New York State regulations around shared decision making. And the central office has met with representatives of the stakeholders across the school district to begin to develop a plan for the work that needs to take place across the district with regards to specific educational topics. We are in the process of defining what those educational topics are that will require collaboration from all stakeholders. So we had originally intended to prepare and present for you the final shared decision-making plan. However, at the initial meeting, we did run out of time, and that was last Thursday. We will be meeting again on Thursday morning, and the representatives of the stakeholder groups are currently Dr. Padilla and myself, Mrs. Mineo, representing the board, Mrs. Moran, representing the Newburgh Teachers Association, Mr. Frank DeServo, representing parents, and Mr. Allman Emmons will be joining us to represent the CSEA. We also added an additional parent to the team, and this is the team at the district level that will be determining the shared decision-making process for the schools as well as the district. So we intend on September, I think it's the 27th is our next meeting, to prepare and present for you the shared decision-making plan for the district, which is then submitted to the commissioner for approval and feedback.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Madam President, that concludes my items.
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Howard.
I'm sorry. Through you to the superintendent. I would like to bring an idea to the school board, to maybe the district. In a recent conversation I had, I came across an organization called AROS, A-R-O-S. It stands for the Alliance of Reclaiming Our Schools. And just to give a little brief of what it's about. The Alliance to Reclaim Our Schools is a national alliance of parents, youth and community organizations, and labor groups fighting for educational justice and equity and access to school resources and opportunities. Together we represent all students, particularly those from low-income and working-class communities and neighborhoods of color. We are parents, students, teachers, education support professionals, and community members united around a shared vision for supporting and improving our public schools. We value the input of all stakeholders in our nation's schools, particularly the voices of community members, teachers, and other public school workers for far too long have been excluded from the decision-making process. I'll leave it at that, but we can just do some research on that. I think it's an excellent opportunity for us as a district to come together with the teachers, administrators, central administration, board members, and students, and really pushing the envelope when it comes to talking about equity in our schools and what we do in our buildings. Now, I know we have a National Day coming up on October the 6th, and what the National Day centers around is all people from those subgroups, parents, teachers, board members, community members, they meet at the school, and on that day, they all go into the school building together to show alliance amongst each other. More importantly, the whole topic around their mission this year is attendance, school attendance, to enforce the importance of attendance in school, the importance of being in the building, being in the classroom, and doing it in a shared effort amongst all the stakeholders. So if we can, as a district, I would love for us to look into being a part of that. If not the entire district, if we can scale it down, maybe do one school this year, and maybe next year we can do it as a district. But I think it's a great opportunity with us going in the direction of family and community engagement, and for us, reaching out and making the community part of what we do in our district and our buildings. I think it's something we should try to take advantage of.
Board Member Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Mr. Howard.
Madam President, that concludes my item.
Thank you, Dr. Padilla. We're going to move on to board committee reports. Policy Committee, Mr. Stradone.
We met on September 7th, and the first item was the secondary course credit policy. Ms. Prakash, we brought that item back to the agenda. The change that Ms. Prakash suggested is that if a student didn't pass the course, but if they had a 93% attendance and passed the regents, that they be allowed to pass the course. So the administration will look into what other districts are doing with their policies, and it's going to come back in the next policy meeting for review. The other items is we set the agenda for the 2016-17 school year based on the entire remaining 5,000s through 9,000s, and Mr. Forget is going to be meeting with Dr. Padilla and the rest of the staff to organize the schedule and bring data together. Grade level classification, that was the senior staff will meet with the building level administrators to discuss possible recommended changes to the policy. And transportation, there was a clarification needed on the non-public school students.
Thank you, Mr. Stradone. Exceptional Learners Committee, Mr. Howard.
Yes, Madam President. We met last week, and we had basically it was an update meeting to introduce new members to the committee. But some of the items that came out of the meeting that we wanted to look into going forward and present to the board, and it's going to be a focus of the Exceptional Learners Committee this school year was, we talked about the National Association of School Psychologists recommendation of one school psychologist for every 600 students. That discussion did come up, and we would like to try to find a way as a board to get there. We also talked about the 54 teachers needed to fully implement the ICT classrooms around the district grades 2 through 5. We currently have 33 ICT classrooms and 9 resource classrooms, and we would like to try to get to that number of 54. The committee also will continue to advocate to the full board the importance of proper staffing of the Exceptional Learners Department, especially around budget time, so that we know how to better serve that committee around budget conversations. Our next meeting will be October 13th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. We're going to move on to the Deputy Superintendent's item, Mr. Ford.
Thank you, Madam President. My first item this evening, recommendations from the CSE and CPSE committees.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Johnson? Pineo?
Yes.
Our next item is a resolution to approve facility use requests.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson? Yes. Ms. Pineo?
Yes.
Mr. Meduda? Yes. Ms. Roca? Mr. Stringer? Yes. Mr. Devano? Yes. Ms. Vito? Mr. Patino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
That concludes my items, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Forget. We're going to move on to the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Felice.
Good evening, Madam President. I have two items, the first being the resolution to approve conference requests.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Mr. Johnson.
Just a comment, I see that among the items which were approved, Mr. Howard attending the ISBA conference. I'd just like to thank him for representing the district at that conference, and just say that we're looking forward to any information.
Any other questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk?
Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Yes. Mr. Strumeyer? Yes. Mr. Sabano? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Yes. Mr. Lupino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Abstain.
Mr. Johnston?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 7.2 is a resolution to approve the district academic intervention services plan.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Yes. Mr. Strumeyer? Yes. Mr. Sabano? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Mr. Cupertino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston?
Yes.
Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes our C&I items.
Thank you, Mrs. Felice. Move on to the Assistant Superintendent for Finance, Mr. Kern.
Good evening, Madam President. First item on the list is 8.1, resolution to accept bills and receipts.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strumeyer? Yes. Mr. Sabano? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Yes. Mr. Cupertino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston?
Yes.
Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda?
Yes.
Next item, 8.2, is resolution to ratify the execution of a food service contract.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Mr. Stringer?
How much money did the district send to the charter school last year, approximately?
His question was, how much money did the district send to the charter school last year?
Yes.
I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but previous years, it was around $1.2 million.
Is it possible that the charter school, with that money, can run their own food service program? Has it been discussed with the charter school?
We'd have to research that.
The reason why I ask is the truck that would service not just that school, but other schools, is roughly $3,200 a month. The salary for the person that's driving the truck would be about $4,000 a month. And then 50 meals for breakfast and lunch each day. I don't see how the district possibly could break even on that, even though we're saying we're going to make money on it. It's a charter school. I'm not for the charter school publicly, so I cannot support this.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, Mr. Clark.
Mr. Strumeyer?
No.
Mr. Sabano? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Yes. Mr. Cupertino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston?
Yes.
Ms. Beneo? Yes. Mr. Menuda? Ms. Prokop?
Next resolution, 8.3, is to authorize the superintendent of schools to execute a contract with the city of Newburgh for a CRO and NFA.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Sabano? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Mr. Cupertino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Yes. Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strumeyer?
Yes.
Madam President, that concludes my announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Kern. We'll move on to the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. McLemore.
Thank you, Madam President. Item 9.1 on the HR agenda, items A through L. On the professional side, we have appointments, other professional appointments, change of status, leave of absence, return from leave of absence, resignations. On the civil service side, we have appointments, change of status, leave of absence, return from leave of absence, resignations, retirements, and former employees who have passed away.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Copatino? Yes. Mr. Howard? Yes. Mr. Johnston? Yes. Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Pocock? Mr. Schreier? Mr. Devon? Yes.
Item 9.2 is for your information only. It's for teachers who are coming up for tenure. Thank you, Madam President. That concludes my items.
Thank you, Mr. McLemore. We're going to move on to the clerk of the board, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you, Madam President. I have the approval of the minutes from the August 30th, 2016 meeting.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Copatino? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Yes. Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Pocock? Mr. Schreier? Mr. Devon? Yes. Ms. Zambito? That concludes my item, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. We are now at the public discussion and comment sections on non-agenda items. Please refer to the public comment procedures posted by the sign-in sheet. There is no one signed up ahead of time, but would anybody like to address the board on non-agenda items? Please come and state your name and your address, please.
Good evening, Bob Collada. I'm commenting on the board member's comment on the charter school. And I think it may have led someone like myself in the public to misunderstand or be misled. So let me ask the board if they could clarify at some future meeting whether or not we indeed bought one truck and hired one driver just to serve one school. If I understand correctly from previous meetings, this truck was meant to serve many schools. Otherwise, I'm led to believe, we're spending all this money just for the prep school. The other is on state, the cost of this school too is $1.2 million or thereabouts. It was my understanding that when the charter school was set up, that the state would be reimbursing us in the following year for those expenses. If that's not the case, then we as the public were misled at those meetings in the past. If this is indeed true, I think it should be clarified instead of leaving information out there to the effect that money is going out, but nothing is coming back in, as well as what the purpose and of the truck and the truck driver is. Misinformation like this, if it is such, can lead to some bad PR as well as some bad misinformation that leads people to believe otherwise. So I would appreciate if the board would take comments like that and clarify them to make them as actually factual as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address the board on non-agenda items? If not, we're going to conclude that portion, but I'd like to take a moment and have Dr. Padilla and Mr. Kern address those items that you brought up.
So just for clarity purposes, no, there wasn't a truck and one driver used just for the Newburgh Prep School. That driver and truck is being used across the entire district. That happens to be one stop. And then regarding the amount of money that the charter school gets from the district, again, we have to research that. I don't have those exact numbers, and I don't want to misspeak. But I know in previous years it was around $1.2 million. So that is something we can certainly verify for the board and get you a concrete number.
No, not this time. Do the research.
Thank you. I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting, please. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Howard? Yes. Mr. Johnston? Yes. Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Pocock? Yes. Mr. Schreier? Yes. Mr. Devon? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Mr. Copatino?
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
He had me going because, he said that I thought he had their own driver and their own truck. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because we picked up, well, we have West